Ladies and gentlemen and game designers, we're going to talk about the beginning of the year for video game design and video game design 2. First off is Canvas, so the first thing you got to do to get us started here is to log in for Canvas. So hopefully you remember how to log into Canvas from last semester. Log into your old account just to get you started. Leave that tab open in Google and then open a new tab and type in this, and that should get you into the fall class for 1920. Now, this is for game design only. If you're in video game design 2, don't do this. So if you're in video game design 2, then here's what you want to do. Same thing. There's the thing. Type that in. If you get stuck, call me over and I'll help you. Don't do this. This is for the second semester. Okay, so how is game design and video game design going to work? Because it's an odd class, because it's a class in a class. I have the intro class, I have the second year class, I have the third year class. So it's going to be hard for me to give you all the attention that you need, so I'm going to try to do a lot of stuff online to help you out. So at the beginning of each unit, I'm going to have you check in with me so that I can be confident that you know the expectations. So basically, there's going to be like a little video, and then there's going to be some questions for you to answer that are worth a lot of points, so that I know that everybody's up to speed. All right, so the steps is look at the unit in Canvas to find the assignment and the due date. So let's take a look and see what that's going to look like. Okay, so it's going to look a little something like this. This is from the teacher's perspective, not the student perspective, and the dates and stuff are wrong because this is something different, but it's going to look a little something like this. You're basically going to get started and figure out, you're going to go home or go to modules, and you're going to figure out, what do I have to do? And you pretty much just kind of start working your way down this stuff. So my expectation of you is that you just start working your way down it, figure it out, do it, look at the dates. These aren't the correct dates, but when you open it up for you, it will be. And just start doing it. And if the expectation is, if you don't understand it, you're going to ask me. If you get stuck, you're going to ask me. But I have it all laid out here for you, and you've got to do it. Okay? So, and then the other piece is this: is once you finish this, go jump to the next module or the next unit. Okay? So you look at the board to see if there's any other due dates up there. That's part of the expectations as well. I want you to fill out a digital or a paper calendar and send it to me. That's going to be assignment worth points. And then, so I want you to keep watching this video and doing what it says. And then there's going to be a check-in / discussion that talks about all the stuff that we're going over, so I know that you watch this video, you understand what we're doing, and so on and so forth. Okay, so for this unit, we have some forms and such. Okay, so you got to fill out a bunch of forms, go to the basket that has video game design or video game design 2, grab the packet for you, grab the packet for your parents, go through it, fill it out, turn them in, and get those in. They're going to be due, I'm pretty sure, by Friday. So make sure you get those things signed by you, signed by your parents, and turned in. So if you also want another way to look at it, here's the parent's packet, here's the student packet. So there's a paper version, there's also this digital version as well, so you can get to it either way. Okay, so you got some stuff due probably Friday, but check the due dates. Okay, so participation and citizenship is important, so we're going to click here and take a peek at this. Okay, so we have some important information about Research Fridays and points. Okay, Research Friday, you guys know what Research Friday is. We don't need to talk about that. Okay, so you have to have a C+ or better to have Research Friday. If you have less than a C+, you may not participate in Research Friday. There's projects have to be turned in to do it. Certain missing assignments will exclude you from it. If you're being bad, you don't get it. So Research Friday is for people with decent grades who are behaving properly. So you guys get 30 minutes, so you don't get the whole period off, but you get 30 minutes off. And we'll have it up on the board when it starts for your particular period. So if you start early, you're going to lose out. And so you need to make sure ahead of time, so the day ahead, you need to look at your grade and basically just check in with me on Thursday to see if you're eligible on Friday. I don't want to be hassled on Friday. Okay? Okay, so we're going to have quiz points and participation points. So quiz points are when you answer questions in class, and participation points are basically your behavior in class. And that's going to be worth 20% of the grade. And the reason I'm doing that is this: if you're sitting there working really hard, you're learning. If you're sitting there not working hard, playing music, switching songs, playing games when you're not supposed to, going on YouTube, you're not learning anything. So I could almost pretty much just give you a grade based on participation. But at any rate, so participation and the quizzes are 20% of your grade. It's important. If you cheat on something, that's going to be, your participation in your citizenship is going to be really bad. So if you cheat, that's going to be really bad. So don't do that. Okay, how do you get quiz points? You know how this works. I give you questions on the videos and the spiels, and you have to answer them, and it's worth points. Okay, so if you answer questions, you get points. If you steal somebody else's answer, you get points. And during the quizzes, good and bad behavior will change your points. Okay, so that's obvious. Hey, negative points: don't answer the question, don't pay attention, interrupt, talk out of turn, cursing, crude talk, rude talk, not working, working on the wrong thing, YouTube, changing songs, so on and so forth during the quiz. Okay, all right. Now, this is the other half of it is participation and citizenship. Okay, so that's another part of that 20%. So this is part of that assignment, and it's important. Okay, so how do you get these points? So you're going to be assigned on a particular day of the week to help the second year students, help me to help them. Okay, so you have to clean up trash. So when you come in, the expectation is that you clean up trash, and when you do, you're going to get points. So, and we'll figure that out. But there's going to be a form to fill out whenever you clean up trash that's going to go into the basket. And anyway, so at this point, you should stop and ask me about it. I'll show you where that new form is. But at any rate, there's going to be a form for cleaning up trash, and you get points for it. If there's vandalism, so if the chair is cut, we got to repair that right away. If the computers are broke, we got to repair that right away, because we have to repair it immediately so that we know who did it. Okay. If you have and there's a form to fill out. Anyway, but if there's vandalism, the chairs are broke, we're going to fix those things immediately, and you got to tell me right away. You get points for good behavior, great attitude. If you tell a joke and make me laugh. If you report some bad behavior or good behavior, so if you show me somebody who's doing something good, so they can get points, you also get points. If you see somebody doing something bad and report that, you'll get points. We want to have a good environment. All right, how do you get negative points? Talking while the class has a lecture. So if I'm lecturing the intro class and you're interrupting me, you're going to definitely lose your participation citizenship points. If you're mean to people, crude, rude, so on and so forth, not working, working on the wrong thing, YouTube, changing songs out of your seat, so on and so forth, you're going to lose your citizenship points. Okay, eating in class, not cleaning up your area, not trashing the perp. If your cell phone is out, if your hands are on the keyboard, your hands are on the mice or monitors on, or headphones are visible when I'm trying to talk to you, crowding the door at the end of the period, being obnoxious at the start of class, cheating, all those things will lose your citizenship points. Okay, and you can look over this stuff if you want to. That's just for me to keep track. Okay, so there you have it. There is some important information for the beginning of the year. So now what I want you to do is I want you to find the discussion for the beginning of the year, and then I want you to also do the, where is it at? There's some sort of quiz, I think. Anyway, find out if there's a quiz on this thing and do the quiz. All right, that's it.